Hello, I am Plato, a philosopher from ancient Athens. Today, I wish to share with you a thought that remains as relevant now as it was in my time. The price of apathy towards public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Let me begin by explaining what apathy means. Apathy is a lack of interest, care, or concern about something, particularly important matters like public affairs, politics, or social issues. It is when people choose to disengage or remain indifferent, often believing their actions or voices do not matter. Many are unaware of how dangerous apathy can be, not just for individuals, but for the entire society they live in. When I first shared this idea, it was in reflection of the turbulent politics of ancient Greece. Democracy, while a powerful and revolutionary concept, was fragile and often threatened by chaos and tyranny. I observed that when people withdrew from their responsibilities as citizens, when they chose not to participate in governance or ignored their duty to think critically about the decisions shaping their lives, it created a vacuum. That vacuum was inevitably filled by those driven by selfishness, greed, and a hunger for power. The result? Misrule, oppression, and the collapse of justice. In my time, apathy was not just a personal failing, it was a collective threat to society. When people allowed themselves to be disengaged, they unknowingly empowered demagogues to manipulate the masses with false promises and fear. Such indifference did not protect the silent majority. It enabled corruption and allowed darkness to flourish unchecked. Now, let us consider how these words resonate today. The modern world, like my Athens, faces its own battles against apathy. Today's challenges may look different, but the dangers of disengagement remain the same. In an age of rapid technological advancements and the overwhelming flood of information, many feel too small or powerless to make a difference. Others are distracted by the noise of modern life or disillusioned by the seeming complexity of global issues. But make no mistake, apathy has never been harmless. When people disengage, they leave critical decisions to those who may prioritize personal profit or control over the greater good. In the digital age, misinformation spreads unchecked, authoritarian tendencies creep into democracies, and decisions of immense consequence, such as those on climate change, technology, and human rights, are made without the input of an informed and active citizenry. Apathy allows those with malicious intent to shape the world unopposed, while the silent majority stands by, unconcerned or unaware. But let me remind you, apathy is a choice, and it has consequences. When you choose to disengage, you surrender your voice, your agency, and your power to those who do not have your best interests at heart. Evil does not require the active support of the majority to thrive. It only needs their silence. That silence is what gives it room to grow. Yet there is hope. Across the world, there are those who reject apathy and choose instead to fight for truth, demand accountability, and work for the common good. They understand that participating in public life, whether by voting, advocating for change, or simply staying informed, is not only a right, but a responsibility. They are proof that apathy can be overcome, and that progress is always possible when people care enough to act. The question is, will you join them? Will you heed the warning of history and step forward, or will you let apathy rule your life, and by extension, your society? The choice is yours, and it is one with far-reaching consequences. In this modern era, where the flow of information shapes realities and futures, we must be vigilant. We must reject apathy, embrace engagement, and take responsibility for the world we share. Together, we can ensure that the forces of indifference and darkness do not prevail. For more insights on how apathy and misinformation intersect in today's digital age, visit information-warfare.com. Let us confront indifference and work towards a just and enlightened future. Thank you.